Senator Cory Booker. Senator Cory Booker of the great state of New Jersey has joined the party. And Cory Booker is running for president on love and unity. Love and unity is Cory Booker's message. So I hope are you guys on like an empty stomach or on a full stomach? Because if you're on an empty stomach, you might want to turn away. But out of fairness, here's Cory Booker's announcement video.
In America, we have a common pain, but what we're lacking is a sense of common purpose.
What's up? Amen.
I grew up knowing that the only way we can make change is when people come together. When I was a baby, my parents tried to move us into a neighborhood with great public schools, but realtors wouldn't sell us a home because of the color of our skin. A group of white lawyers who had watched the courage of civil rights activists were inspired to help black families in their own community, including mine. And they changed the course of my entire life. Because in America, courage is contagious. My dad told me, boy, never forget where you came from or how many people had to sacrifice to get you where you are. So over 20 years ago, I moved into the Central Ward of Newark to fight slumlords and help families stay in their homes. I still live there today, and I'm the only senator who goes home to a low-income inner-city community, the first community that took a chance on me. We are better when we help each other. The history of our nation is defined by collective action, by interwoven destinies of slaves and abolitionists, of those born here and those who chose America as home, those who took up arms to defend our country, and those who linked arms to challenge and change it. I believe that we can build a country where no one is forgotten, no one is left behind, where parents can put food on the table, where there are good-paying jobs with good benefits in every neighborhood, where our criminal justice system keeps us safe instead of shuffling more children into cages and coffins, where we see the faces of our leaders on television and feel pride, not shame. It is not a matter of can we. It's a matter of do we have the collective will, the American will. I believe we do. Together, we will channel our common pain back into our common purpose. Together, America, we will rise. I'm Cory Booker, and I'm running for President of the United States of America.
Oh, boy. Are you guys ready to rise? Are you guys ready? Are you ready to rise from the ashes of the oligarchy? You ready to, just all we need is love. All we need is love, love. All we need is love. So, watching these videos, it's just, call me cynical. But who is he talking about who is he talking about that we need love for? Who is he talking about we need love? Is he talking about Wall Street? Is he talking about big pharmaceutical companies? The real estate industry? Fossil fuel companies? I mean, it's a very flowery message from Cory Booker. I believe in love. I believe in, us all coming together, kumbaya, and, being one happy country. But I don't know who he's talking about. But I do know his record, and I do know the money he takes, and I do know his votes. And Cory Booker is the farthest thing from love and unity. I'll just give you an overview. We're going to go into detail on some of him. But here's Cory Booker's history in the Senate, who he takes money from. This is from opensecrets.org. Booker's entry into the race was expected, and he will likely be a prominent fundraiser with one college friend ready to raise $10 million by the end of March. That college friend is somebody who created a super PAC already for Cory Booker. So Cory Booker saying that he's not going to take corporate PAC money, yet one of his college friends is literally creating a super PAC for him and has already put in $10 million. So I'm sure that college friend of his who put in $10 million, that Cory doesn't know about it. And Cory has told him, I don't want you to create a super PAC for me. I'm sure that's the conversation they had. It's this wink wink where candidates say, I'm not taking corporate PAC money, but then like their friends or top donors create super PACs in their name. And basically the candidate gets the benefit of that super PAC, funneling Ohio and South Carolina and New Hampshire and all these states with nonstop advertising, calling candidates like Cory Booker the next coming of Jesus. So it's kind of disingenuous to say, oh, I'm not taking corporate PAC money, but your best friend is pumping in $10 million to your super PAC that you say you have nothing to do with. Well, Hillary Clinton said she had nothing to do with Correct the Record and Priorities USA, and WikiLeaks showed, oh, well, actually, no, they illegally coordinated. But of course, the laws don't apply there. So his campaign said they would not support super PAC spending money on his behalf. However, the campaign cannot actually prevent outside groups from making independent expenditures, which is what I just said. Cory Booker, been a senator since 2013. Look at the breakdown here. Look at that breakdown. Woo! Over $3 million from lawyers and law firms. These lawyers and law firms, this category is largely, lobbyists, financial attorneys, former lawmakers that then became attorneys that do financial and law represent companies in Washington D.C., foundations, this and that. So those kinds. These aren't exactly like the ACLU's lawyer. Lawyers and law firms. Over $3 million. Almost $3 million from securities and investment. That would be Wall Street. What is that? Over 1.5 million. Real estate. Not exactly real estate people trying to build affordable housing. You're talking about developers there in New Jersey and New York. TV movies, that's fine. Retired, don't care. But look at those top three. He's been a senator for 5 years. Wall Street. Laws and law firms. Big real estate developers. We continue. Booker, the former mayor of Newark, has been in the national spotlight since his first unsuccessful mayoral race in 2002. Was covered in the Oscar-nominated documentary Street Fight. A member of the Senate since 2013, Booker has been one of the most staunchly liberal senators. I don't know about that. He's a co-sponsor of Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All bill and has been active in advocating for legislation loosening the federal government's law on marijuana. One of his biggest achievements was his work on the passage of the bipartisan First Step Act, which addressed one of Booker's biggest issues, criminal justice reform. No, I don't have a problem with the First Step Act. Should be noted, the Koch brothers were into that First Step Act, but I go on. Some of his other positions share more ground with Republicans than his fellow Democrats. He famously defended Bain Capital during the 2012 presidential race. I guess that's a good segue. Here is him defending Bain Capital in the 2012 election.
I know I know you defend the president, but I have to tell you this, when I talk to business leaders, Jim, this is the difference in a lot of cases between Washington figures and local officials like yourself, who are out there trying to grow the economy, who say, hey, wait a minute, let's not indict all of private equity, and yet you have a campaign that's making him out to be Gordon Gekko. They want the voters to think that Mitt Romney is Gordon Gekko and Wall Street greed and a throwback.
Well, again, I talk to the White House quite often. I'm a surrogate for the Obama campaign. The messages that they're sending me out to talk about is nothing about this. Mm-hmm. They're talking about very clearly the average American, middle-class Americans. In fact, over 90% of Americans have seen tax cuts under this president. Small businesses like the ones that are in my city have benefited tremendously from incentives for investment, rewards for creating jobs, rewards for hiring veterans. So on the issues that matter in the communities, I see the Obama administration having stepped up up and just needing to get their voice out more. Even Obamacare, as people talk about, when you poll Obamacare, it doesn't do well, but when you start polling the aspects of it, people in this country support that legislation. But the last point I'll make is this kind of stuff is nauseating to me on both sides. It's nauseating to the American public. Enough is enough. Stop attacking private equity. Stop attacking Jeremiah Wright. This stuff has got to stop, because what it does is it undermines, to me, what this country should be focused on. It's a distraction from the real issues. It's either going to be a small campaign about this crap, or it's going to be a big campaign, in my opinion, about the issues that American public cares about.
Yeah, Mitt Romney buying up companies, watering them down with debt, then laying off all the workers, and when they lay off the workers, having those workers actually build the stage for people like Mitt Romney to then go on the stage that the workers built and announce you're firing. Let's just ignore that crap, shall we? Let's stop focusing on that crap and that distraction. This is a man who's progressive, defending Bain Capital. And, Mitt Romney has been, kind of revived in the halls of Washington as this, he's one of the sane Republicans, and now he's such a graceful politician who's taking it to Trump. Mitt Romney is a vulture capitalist who made his money by screwing workers and screwing the middle class and working class. Okay? So you're sitting there saying, let's not attack private equity. You know what? My older brother, for example, he works at a hedge fund. He's a good guy. He follows the law. He voted for Obama, and he voted against Trump. He's not like scum. I love my older brother. But, so again, I do agree. Let's not blanket the whole industry as a bunch of awful people. But when you're talking about Bain Capital, that's not a company that made its money by adding anything to society. That's a company that made its money by destroying working class and middle class people's lives. So, and is it at all connected? Is it at all connected when he's saying that to the fact that he was getting enormous amounts of money from private equity, Wall Street bankers, and hedge fund managers? Could it have anything to do with that? That he went on Meet the Press and said, knock it off attacking Bain Capital. Just knock it off. Get the hell out of here.